power doesn't announce itself. It doesn't hold press conferences or appear on evening news broadcasts. The most effective power operates quietly, behind closed doors, through mechanisms so complex and normalized that most people never even see them. The top 1% doesn't need to shout about their dominance. They've built an entire infrastructure that makes their control seem inevitable, even natural. Understanding how this system works is the first step towards seeing it for what it truly is. In 2025, the collective wealth of billionaires reached a staggering $18.3 trillion. Their fortunes grew by over 16% in a single year, more than 3 times faster than average economic growth. Meanwhile, poverty remains virtually unchanged since 1990. This isn't random. It isn't the natural outcome of free markets or the reward for superior talent. It's the result of deliberate, systematic control across 3 critical domains: money, power, and information. Campaign contributions and political access. Money buys access, and access shapes policy. This is perhaps the most visible mechanism through which the wealthy control outcomes, yet most people fail to recognize its magnitude. In the year 2000, billionaires spent just $18 million influencing American elections, less than 1% of total political contributions. By 2024, 100 billionaire families alone had spent $2.6 billion, representing 16.5% of all political contributions. This is not gradual influence. This is a consolidation of political power happening in real time. When a billionaire donates to a politician, they're not just supporting their preferred candidate. They're purchasing something far more valuable: direct access. Research from Princeton University, analyzing 20 years of congressional policymaking, found a striking conclusion. When ordinary citizens wanted a policy, their preferences had virtually no bearing on whether it passed Congress. But when wealthy individuals and corporations wanted something, their wishes often became law. The average citizen exerts little to no influence on federal government policy. The wealthy, by contrast, have disproportionate leverage. This access translates into concrete policy outcomes. Corporations and billionaires oppose minimum wage increases while fighting to restrict workers' right to unionize. They fund political campaigns of candidates who will protect their interests. Elon Musk's companies, and those owned by the 10 richest men in the world, spent $88 million just on lobbying the US government in a single year, money spent specifically to shape rules and policies in their favor. The Supreme Court's 2010 Citizens United decision turbocharged this process. The court ruled that corporations have the same free speech rights as individuals, allowing unlimited campaign spending. This opened a floodgate. Super PACs emerged, allowing the wealthy to pour unlimited sums into elections while maintaining distance from the politicians they fund. Dark money flows through networks of shell organizations, making it nearly impossible to trace who is actually funding which campaigns. The result is a political system where billionaires have disproportionate say in who gets elected and which policies get passed. But here's what's crucial to understand: this isn't corrupt in the legal sense. It's systemic. Politicians don't need to be bribed. They simply understand that opposing the interests of billionaires comes with consequences. Bezos owns the Washington Post. Musk owns Twitter. These media titans can shape narratives, influence public opinion, and potentially damage careers of politicians who threaten their interests. The threat doesn't need to be explicit. Everyone understands the game. Media ownership and narrative control. Control of information is power. A handful of billionaires now own or control the platforms through which billions of people receive information about the world. Elon Musk purchased Twitter in 2022 for $44 billion, giving him control over a platform with hundreds of millions of users. Jeff Bezos bought the Washington Post for $250 million in 2013. Rupert Murdoch controls Fox News, The Wall Street Journal, and The New York Post. Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Each of these billionaires has the power to influence what billions of people see, read, and believe. The concerning part isn't always explicit censorship. It's subtler. When Jeff Bezos decided the Washington Post would not endorse a presidential candidate in 2024, several top editors and journalists resigned in protest. The message was clear: the owner's preferences shape editorial decisions. After Trump's election, Bezos further narrowed the Post's opinion section to focus on defending personal liberties and free markets, implicitly signaling alignment with Trump's interests. Coincidentally, Bezos has massive business interests that could be affected by government regulation, tax policy, and antitrust enforcement. Similarly, after Elon Musk acquired Twitter and rebranded it as X, the platform underwent dramatic changes. Content moderation was slashed. Hate speech, misinformation, and extremist rhetoric that were previously controlled now circulate freely. Studies show engagement with right-wing content on X has skyrocketed, while progressive accounts report declining visibility. A single individual's political preferences are reshaping the digital town square where public discourse happens. This concentration of media ownership is extraordinary. The wealthiest people on Earth own the platforms through which information flows. They attend state dinners together. They know each other. They have aligned interests in maintaining the system that created their wealth. During Trump's 2025 inauguration, Mark Zuckerberg, Sundar Pichai, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk sat in the front row alongside cabinet members. The message was unmistakable. These tech billionaires are not just wealthy individuals. They are political players with direct access to power. The broader danger is that billionaires use media ownership not just for explicit propaganda, but to shape what stories get told, which issues get covered, and which perspectives are marginalized. When healthcare is framed as a consumer choice rather than a human right, that's a narrative. When climate change is reported as a political debate rather than scientific fact, that's narrative control. When workers organizing for better conditions are portrayed as disruptive rather than justified, that's power operating through the media. Lobbying, monopolies, and market control. Perhaps most insidious is the power exercised quietly through markets themselves. The world's 20 largest corporations spend over $155 million annually on lobbying to influence political institutions. Big tech accounts for 82% of lobbying spending in the European Union alone. Companies allied with billionaires fight regulations, block environmental protections, oppose labor rights, and work to prevent antitrust action against their monopolies. 60% of billionaire wealth comes from three sources: inheritance, cronyism, and corruption or monopoly power. When a company achieves market dominance, when it becomes too big to fail and too big to compete with, its owner can control an entire industry. Amazon has near monopoly power in e-commerce. Meta dominates social media. Google controls digital advertising. These monopolies can set prices, dictate terms to workers and suppliers, and extract enormous value without real competition. Monopoly power gives billionaires leverage over government that goes far beyond campaign contributions. These companies employ hundreds of thousands of workers. They're essential infrastructure. Politicians know that antagonizing them carries political costs. A state that tries to regulate or tax these companies too aggressively risks capital flight, job losses, and economic damage. So governments capitulate, offering subsidies, tax breaks, and favorable regulations. Delta lost a $35 million tax break after angering conservatives. Disney faced legal battles with Florida over corporate political positioning. Billionaires and their corporations understand this leverage intimately and use it constantly. Billionaires also control information indirectly through their control of markets. When your business model depends on billionaires' platforms, you think carefully about criticizing them. When your job is at a billionaire's company, you understand the unspoken rules about what can be said. Workers at major tech companies know their political speech is monitored. Journalists at billionaire-owned outlets understand which stories might anger their owner. This invisible control through economic dependence is perhaps most effective because it doesn't require enforcement. Everyone self-regulates. The reality we must face: the billionaire class controls money through campaign contributions and lobbying that shape policy in their favor. They control information through media ownership and narrative shaping, and they control markets through monopoly power that gives them leverage over government and society. These three mechanisms operate together, reinforcing and amplifying each other. This isn't a conspiracy. It's not hidden. It's openly acknowledged by economists, political scientists, and researchers. The billionaires themselves attend conferences like the World Economic Forum in Davos, where they meet with political leaders to discuss global issues. 14 of the world's 20 largest companies are official World Economic Forum partners, meaning they sponsor the event and help shape its discussions. The system is so normalized that those benefiting from it barely bothers hiding how it works. What makes this system so difficult to challenge is that it operates through ostensibly democratic mechanisms. Billionaires donate to campaigns, which is legal political participation. They own media outlets, which is legal property ownership. They compete in markets and lobby government, which is legal economic activity. Yet the cumulative effect is a political system captured by a tiny elite whose interests often directly conflict with the interests of everyone else. Understanding this system is the essential first step toward changing it. Once you see the mechanisms, once you understand how money buys political access, how information control shapes what people believe, and how monopoly power gives billionaires leverage over government. You can't unsee it. The quiet control becomes visible, and visible power is power that can be challenged.